Hey everybody, this is July the 12th, 2025, and I got a quick message for those of you who may be having that razor blade, sore throat they've been talking about. They're saying that the new variant of the COVID virus has like gives you a razor blade sore throat. There's a video about it. They're saying it's a new COVID variant causes a razor blade sore throat. Well, I've had that razor blade sore throat several times. This last time I had it was probably the worst. And it was right after I got over my burning mouth. But I want to talk a little bit about that sore throat, because some of you may be having that and you may not know what to do for it. I know when I get sick with bronchitis or pneumonia, like every January, I'll get that sore throat, that razor blade sore throat. And if you let it go, then it can turn into pneumonia or bronchitis, and you end up on antibiotics and everything else. You try to take everything else to soothe it. But first of all, we know that the so-called COVID virus is nothing but the energy weapons hitting the body. That's all it is. It's the energy weapons hitting you. And it's also the radiation that builds up inside the home. It's caused from the excess frequencies. You breathe the radiation into your lungs, it gets in your lungs, you get pneumonia, you get bronchitis, you get sick, you get like you get flu-like symptoms. They're calling it a virus. It's caused from the directed energy weapons. Every sickness and every disease, it's all caused from the directed energy weapons. Even the destruction that you're seeing inside your home and outside your home, it's all caused by the directed energy weapons. Even accidents. I know now that these weapons can hit you and they can knock you down. They can make you fall, make you break a hip, break a leg, or whatever. A lot of these elderly people who are falling, the energy weapons are knocking them down. You see some of these people on the news in Congress who are falling down the stairs, and they're trying to make them look like they're just old and feeble when actually they're being knocked down with the energy weapons. They're trying to cause them to break a leg, break a hip or something. This evil has taken over the planet. A lot of people don't know this though, and a lot of people don't believe it. If you try to tell them, they don't believe you. But I'm still trying to get the message out there about the energy weapons and what they can do. A while back, I had a burning mouth. Well, actually, what I was doing was I was trying to find ways to protect my teeth. So I was covering my mouth at night, and they didn't like that. So they started burning my mouth. They started burning the inside of my mouth, my gums. I had blisters in my mouth. My lips, I hit my lips. I had blisters on my lips. And I had this burning mouth for probably a month before I really got any direction from God about what to do about it. And it was, I don't wish this on anybody. This is painful, this burning mouth is. You can't eat, you can't drink without pain. And it stays with you. Everything you eat burns your mouth. And when I wasn't eating, I had this numbness in my mouth, and I was really worried that maybe the nerves in my mouth had been destroyed. But anyway, I kept seeking God about what to do about it, and God don't always give me the answers right away, because I feel like He wants me to experience everything in its fullness. He wants me to experience the pain in its fullness. He wants me to experience everything deeply. not only to help raise my consciousness level, but to help me be more thankful when the answers do come. So I had this burning mouth for about a month. I was frustrated. I was using all kinds of things like peroxide and other things, to try to heal it, and it would get better, but then it would come back. So when it would start healing up, the weapons would start hitting me again, and it would just keep getting worse. So I stayed in meditation about it, trying to get answers from God. I wasn't getting any. And then one day I started cleaning out my closet, and there was a box in the back of the closet that had been there for a while. I pulled the box out, and the bottom of the box was a jar of bentonite clay. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. This is what it looks like. It's called Indian healing clay, but this is 100% bentonite clay. I found a jar of this in the bottom of the box that I had forgotten about and really didn't know it was there. And then when I picked it up, I heard the message, this is it. This is what you're going to use to heal your mouth. And it did heal my mouth. I went to the kitchen right away. I mixed some of this with some water, and I made a paste out of it, and I started putting it in my mouth. Now, it won't hurt you if you happen to eat some of this, but this is not the one that you use internally. This one is specifically made for external use. It's actually made for as a mask to pull the toxins out of the pores of the skin. But you can get the bentonite clay in a liquid form that you can take internally. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, just mixed with water. And you can get it at your health food store. If you want to do the internal detox and remove the nanotechnology from the body, this will do that. But like I said, this particular one is for external use. But I put it in my mouth, and I did swallow some of it. So I'm pretty sure it's the same thing that they mix with the water to take internally. I just crammed my mouth full of it, and I left it in there. I did this I put it all over my lips, and I put it around my mouth because around my mouth had been broken out. I had a rash around my mouth where they had burned it. I did this for about 3 days. I just kind of put it in my mouth and left it in my mouth as long as I could, and then I'd spit it out. And it healed up my mouth. It healed my lips, and it healed around my mouth. And I was so thankful when it healed up, because it was torture. This burning mouth is torture, and I don't wish it on anybody. But anyway, after I healed the burning mouth, then they started hitting my throat. They started pulsing my throat with the energy whip. And I got this, once again, what they're calling razor blade sore throat, where when you swallow it feels like razor blades in your throat. And so here I was down and out again because I had just healed up my mouth, and now they were hitting my throat. These weapons are relentless. You get one thing healed, and they're going to hit you somewhere else. I mean, they have been attacking my whole body. If they're not hitting my head and my ears and my eyes and my mouth and my sinuses and my throat, then they're hitting my back. They hit my kidneys. They hit my hip. They hit my left hip. They've been hitting my left hip a lot lately. They hit my knees. They hit my legs. They hit my feet. They hit my whole body. I'm literally having to wear a full suit of armor at night while I'm sleeping. But anyway, back to the sore throat. If you have a sore throat and you want to get to it right away when you first start having the symptoms of a sore throat, when you feel a sore throat coming on, or if you feel like you're getting congestion or upper respiratory congestion or infection, you want to start using this on your throat at the first sign of symptoms. Because if you let it go, then it can turn into bronchitis, pneumonia, flu, or whatever. So you want to catch it when it's early. Um, Also, I found out that if you have acid reflux, this works for, like if you have that burning in your throat and in your chest, this will work for the acid reflux. You just rub some of this on your throat and down into your chest where you're burning at, and it will heal that, okay? So, and the thing about the bentonite clay is blocks, it blocks the radiation. So if you have a radiation burn, it'll block the radiation from any further damage, and also it will pull the radiation out of your skin. The first time I used this on my mouth, when it was really inflamed, I felt this pulling sensation. It felt like my whole face was just pulsing, and I could feel it was a pulling sensation in my face. And so and it says that it pulls the toxins out of the skin. So I could tell it was working because of the pulsating and the pulling sensations in my mouth. So yeah, this is powerful stuff. Okay. Now they've got a bentonite clay that you can get at Walmart. Let me show you this one. This is the one that I got from Walmart. It's called Indian Healing Clay. And it says that it's got 100% bentonite clay in it. But it's not the same as this one, because this one works, but it's not 100%, because when you mix this with water, it turns black. Okay. It turns to a black color. So this has got additives in it that this one doesn't have. This one doesn't turn black. This one stays gray even after you mix it with water. So this is not 100% bentonite clay. It's got things added to it, but it'll still help. Okay. It'll still help you, the one that you get from Walmart. But this one, this is the original. This is the world's most powerful facial and deep pore cleanser. 100% natural calcium bentonite clay. So this is the one you get from the health food store, and this is the one you want. Now, if I don't have any of this or ran out, I will use this, but I would prefer this one. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in, that you can get one at Walmart, but it's not the same bentonite clay. It is different. And you may not get the same healing effects from this one that you get from the original. Anyway, so if you have the sore throat, you don't know what to do for it, and you took everything over the counter, you can try the bentonite clay. And you can get it online too. Okay. Also, if you have Morgellons disease, and you're having a lot of the itching and the stinging and the crawling sensations all over your body, you can use this bentonite clay. You can make a paste, and you can rub it all over your body, and it will help with the itching, stinging, and the crawling. It'll help pull the nanotechnology out of your body, out of your skin. Okay? This is what we want to do. This is what we have to do. We have to remove the nanotechnology from our bodies, inside and outside. But if you do use this as a paste all over your body, you need to know that when it dries, it'll turn into a white powder. So you may want to put on some old clothes or something over your sheet if you go to bed with it, because it will dry and form a powder over your body, and then it'll fall off. So, yeah, if you're going to use that all over your body, you want to wear some old clothes. And also, some people put that in their bath water. You can put it in your bath water, because a lot of people say they use it in their bathtub to help pull out the toxins. But In my experience with the bentonite clay in the bathtub, it swells up, and I've used it one time in the bathtub, but I don't want to use it, and this is just my opinion. I don't use it in the bathtub anymore because the way it swells, I'm afraid that it may clog the drain, the bathtub drain. So um, I don't use it in that when I'm doing the tub treatments anymore. But for skin rashes, for radiation burns from the energy weapons, yeah, or any kind of skin ailment, this is good. This is not the only thing that works, but it's a good product. If you have skin issues, especially if you have more gallons. Okay, and a little bit about the energy weapon. Now, like I said, there's a lot of people who don't believe in the energy weapons. They don't believe that we're under attack from the energy weapons. But honestly, folks, these weapons have been around forever. They've been around for our entire lives, and they've been using them against us. You say, well, we've always had sickness and disease. Yes, we've always had the energy weapons attacking us. We've always had leaky pipes, and we've always had things that break inside. Yes, and we've always had the energy weapons attacking us. The only difference now is back then it was on a minor scale than what it is now. Now they have escalated the attacks, and they're more aggressive. And really, if you're tuned in, you really can't deny it, because you can feel these weapons when they hit your body. You can feel them. You know that there's some kind of evil entity attacking you. You know it. So share this video, share this information, and we need to get the word out there about the energy weapons. Because, like I said, majority of the world is still asleep. They don't know about this, and they most likely won't believe you if you try to tell them. But that doesn't mean that you should stop spreading the message. You should keep spreading the message. Okay. That's all I really wanted to say today. I wanted to tell people about the sore throat. And if you have it, you might not know what to do about it. This is information that will be helpful for people who have this razor blade sore throat and they can't get rid of it. It'll put you down. It'll get bad enough to where it'll put you down. That's all. I love you guys.